Hi, this is Andrea, Stoma Warrior. I just want to make a quick video today. Recently shared a post that Next online had started stocking Stoma knickers, so I thought, why not do a review? So I've got mine today, really excited. Lovely to see high streets normalising having a Stoma, and also selling some quite pretty, quite marketable products that are available to all of us. So I thought I'd start with my good old faithfuls. My good old faithfuls are my Comfizz level 1 support Stoma hernia knickers. I've been using this style now for the last 5 years. Actually used it before that as well, and I had my first Stoma with my J pouch. That's a long story. So since 2020, been using these. These are mid to low waist. These are level 1 support officially, so they are classed as a medical device. They're very good for hernias, and they're very good for stomas because one, they hold your stomach in, give you muscle support that you may not have after extensive abdominal surgery, and two, hold your bag. So stop your bag if it's ballooning, if it's really full, they give it a really good support, so it's not going to pull down, be uncomfortable and feel insecure until you can get to the loo. Love these. They've got a really wide waistband. It's never rolled down. This isn't a new pair, and you can tell there's no sort of permanent wrinkle lines where it does that. They honestly don't. Can be a little bit tight around the legs there because I've got quite chunky thighs, apparently, according to these knickers. So I give them a good stretch when I put them on, and they're fine. Really quite a decent weight material. They're kind of a ribbed, elasticated material around the hernia support bit, and then normal knicker here, cotton gusset, really nice. And as I say, these give you a really good support. They're quite flattering because they hold your stomach in. They don't give you rolls. Well, for me they don't, because they sit actually in the right place. These are the low cut. I did try the high waist ones, but they came right up to my belly button. Me, like a lot of you out there, probably got quite a lot of scar tissue, and I just find any pressure on my stomach, on my belly button, makes me feel queasy. Don't know why, but it's quite irritating. So these sit just below. So these are perfect for me, but they're not very attractive, really not, on you or on the washing line, and they have no internal pocket, so there's no sort of extra barrier. So my favourites, I've given the game away there, but these are my new favourites, is Marks and Spencer's Stoma knickers. Now they come in shocking pink, pink and neutral in one pack, I believe, and 3 pairs of black in the other. Quite attractive, look really nice. This is a Brazilian cut. I'm going to show you from the bright pink ones, one because they're much more fun and interesting, and two because you can see what's going on. So the front panel has got double layer anyway because it's got the lace fitted on top of the underneath, and then inside you've got an internal pocket. The outside has got a really good support. You can see there it's reinforced. It's really good support. I would say it's as good as, if not sometimes better than, the level 1 from Comfizz. I hope I called them Comfizz earlier, not Coloplast, because I often do that, but it's Comfizz. These ones say Marks and Spencer's, so they've got a nice little lace detail around the leg. They're not tight around the legs at all. They fit my chubby thighs, so I don't get that cut-in mark, which I sometimes get with the others, which you can see from my leggings. And my favourite part of it, so it's got an internal pocket, so I'll turn them inside out so you can see it better. So when you're wearing it, pulling them up, you put your bag in the pocket, and it just sits underneath your Stoma base plate, and it just keeps that off of your skin. Absolutely amazing, because as you can probably imagine, if you don't wear a Stoma bag, walking around all day with a hot sweaty plastic bag stuck to you isn't the nicest feeling. So these give you that proper cotton natural feel next to your skin. They also help keep the base plate nice and dry from sweat, so it doesn't lift easily. The pressure, the fact they're quite a good support knicker, help keep your bag in place. And also if your bag's overfilling, it gives you, not overfilling hopefully, but if your bag's filling up, gives you a nice little pocket to support it in. If it does leak, you've got an extra layer of support between you and the bag or the stool, so your skin's better protected. And also because it's got a nice thick front on it, a little bit more support to the outside world seeing your leak. So obviously not leak proof, but they work amazing for me. Today I've picked up my first pairs of Next Stoma knickers. They only came out recently, I believe. I found them on the internet, someone else kindly shared, and I sort of jumped on it and had a look. These are 3 pairs, sorry, the Marks and Spencers I believe work out about £19 for 3 because you get tax back because it's a medical device. These you don't get tax back on, Next haven't quite clocked onto that, even though they are specifically for stomas, because yes, they do have the nice internal pocket. These have got a lovely lace trim at the top. They've got a nice flat seam around the leg. It's not too grippy, doesn't give you a cutting mark. Really comfortable. Inside pocket, safe for extra security. But the one thing these lack for me is support. They are just your basic jersey-ish cotton pants. So I'll keep them for night time because, especially if I go on holiday, it gets really hot and sometimes having that little extra layer is quite nice. Always wear my knickers at night now because it's a barrier for a leak. So they'll do for that. And at 3 pairs for £9, they're not bad. The last one I have, I'm getting out of breath today, it's ever so hot, it's very muggy, so excuse me, is the No VPL new knickers that I found in Next. They come in a pack of 3, black, white and neutral. How swish was that? So I'll go show you on the white one because it's easier to see. Really lovely soft thin material, it's that slippery silky feel, no VPL, no seams anywhere, purely bonded. Shoot, that's a lie, there's a seam up the side, but purely bonded around the legs and the waist. Don't cut in at all. Fairly good support, not quite up to the others, but it's pretty good. Pretty good sturdy front there. So I do feel they give you a bit of security. Lovely inside pocket again. They look nice and flattering. They are really good, as I say, high leg. So it's probably better for the younger people as well who like that as much as well, just to look nice, more flattering cut. The only thing I found with these, I'm not sure I'm going to want to have any more, or keep these for myself, is that they don't sit up quite high enough for me still, even though they are high waist. So my Marks and Spencers ones are a Brazilian fit, and I'll show you the waistband on them because I live in them. So here you can see that the waistband's really flat and it actually sits right on the rim of my bag, so right on the top, so I get no area to catch. Those ones from from Next sit about there, so you can see the problem. I'm just going to keep catching it, and there's the sticky back release stickers there as well, because I don't want to keep catching it as I move my clothes or as I get up and down. So I love these ones. So I've got the lovely inside pocket, Marks and Spencers all the way. So just wanted to share that with you so you can make up your own mind, give them all a try like me. You might be pleasantly surprised that some of them fit for other jobs such as night time. Next also do a really nice looking bikini bottom, bikini bottom, which is a high leg again. It's got a double panel and extra support, so that might be an option for some. I used to have a pair of Comfizz ones. They were hideous, they're like that thick at the side, really not flattering, so the next ones are, and they do a short as well. The only thing all of these high street ones are missing that Comfizz do offer is they're not for men and women. So Comfizz do a very good range, that they do range for men and women, youngsters, older, hernia level 1, 2 and 3 support, so they really give you that firm hold, and they're available on the NHS on prescription. If you haven't done that yet, then have a chat with your Stoma supplier company, because they can get you them from your GP as long as your GP approves it. I get about 6 pairs a year, and I always will because they're amazing. So I always keep them in the background for those days when I need that little extra hold. But yeah, hope this has been helpful to some of you. I'll pop the links in the information below, but I'd love to hear your thoughts on any of these products if you've tried them, or any others I haven't found out yet. There are some really beautiful suppliers out there that do amazing sexy lingerie and all sorts for men and women with stomas. They can be quite pricey, so I wanted to share the high street ones because they are cheaper and more obtainable, especially say Next, £9 for 3 pairs, that's pretty good. But yeah, there you go. I hope that's been useful, and I'll catch you soon.